Hello there, my name is Luciano de Oliveira. I'm a Brazilian attorney here in Rio de Janeiro, and today we're going to be talking about investing in off-plan properties in Rio de Janeiro. Off-plan properties are also known as pre-construction properties. People buy off-plan properties, pre-construction properties, particularly because of the upside of getting a property for less than the market price. When you buy a property that is still to be developed, to be built, you're going to be paying less than the average market price. And that's what happens in Rio de Janeiro. And the reason for that is because you are actually taking a risk. Hopefully the construction is going to happen. The developer is going to do what they are telling you they are going to do. But this is something for the future. So there is a premium paid to the buyer who's relying, who's trusting the developer to do what they are promising. This is the main upside. A downside is that there is always a small risk that the construction is not going to happen. So it is important for you to do a due diligence, particularly in Rio de Janeiro. It's not uncommon for developers to go bankrupt. And although there is a law requiring developers to keep monies aside whenever they are selling off-plan properties, as you may guess, it's up to developer to follow those laws or not. So just because the law exists, it doesn't mean they are following the law, particularly if they are going bankrupt. So it is very important for you to do a due diligence. If you discuss about a particular developer with a real estate agency or a real estate specializing law firm, they should be able to tell you if that particular developer is in good shape financially, if there are any news in the market about projects being delayed for lack of money and other concerns. So the due diligence is particularly important when you're buying an off-plan pre-construction property. Another thing to consider is if you are actually getting, let's say this discount, this price break when buying an off-plan property. So it's important for you to research and see what other properties in the area are selling for. It's not unusual for developers, particularly targeting foreign citizens, to sell a property for a price that's going to be similar to what other properties existing in the area are selling for. You are, taking risk, but you're not getting the advantage of, buying an off-plan property, and that's no good. So you should do your homework or rely on a professional in Rio de Janeiro real estate to tell you if you are getting the benefit of buying an off-plan property before you sign the contract. Unfortunately, many people come to us only after they signed a contract. After you sign a contract, you are usually stuck with the deal. So if you have questions, consult with an attorney specializing in real estate to make sure you're doing a good choice in terms of signing a contract. A consultation with an attorney is not going to cost much when compared to what you're going to be paying for that property. So at least have a consultation. Some clients, they also hire our services when they need to review the contract, when there's going to be a closing, because when you buy a property, an off-plan property, you're just getting a piece of paper. Towards the end of the process, if the property is built, if there is a building, then there is going to be a closing with you signing with the seller a transfer deed. A transfer deed is going to be a document that's going to command the terms of the property conveyance, and it's also important to have an attorney reviewing the transfer deed before you sign that document. So I hopefully that was helpful. There are other important aspects of buying an off-plan property. For instance, the currency exchange. Some developers, they will just say, no, I don't accept payment from abroad. And in those cases, as long as we have enough time to perform, we can help you troubleshoot that issue by setting up a currency exchange account that you can use to send the monies to pay for the monthly installments. And there are other concerns, but feel free to reach out. to schedule a consultation. We can review in a Zoom consultation, take a look at the contract, answer your questions, and you're going to be in a much better position to confidently sign a contract and enjoy the process of buying an off-plan property in Rio de Janeiro. So I hope this video was helpful, and follow us for more.